Hello again, it's Richard Goodsell, and today we're going to have a look at the new Goodsell ValPro 21. Let's take a closer look at the ValPro 21. The ValPro, which gets its name from a contraction of Valco and Supro, is a whole lot like the Goodsell Super 17 that you might already be familiar with. The chassis and the control layout is virtually identical, but the main difference is the use of the relatively obscure 6973 power tube, which was common in the Valco, Supro, Gretsch models of the late 50s and early 60s. We have that along with three 12AX7s and a rather beefy 5AR4 rectifier tube. This amp is the only amp in this part of the product line that uses a 5-volt rectifier, and we're able to run this one at up to 100 volts higher on the plates than we do with the Super 17 Mark III. We have the same bias vary tremolo and the same reverb featured on the Super 17 Mark III as well. And now my friend Jody is going to hit a few licks on this thing and show you what it can do.
Boy, and it cleans right up. It really does. So you cleaned up the knobs a little bit.
Yeah, I set it
there.
up for a little bit cleaner than we had it a minute ago.
Okay, so I'm going to leave the guitar up and let's hear what that rhythm sound's going to be like. Very nice, but it's got a little bit of bust to it. That's nice.
Just a hair.
Very nice.
None
Very
of those chords
clean.
were in my mail bay book.
Yeah, this guitar knows these chords, but I don't.
Well, while we have it dialed in clean like this, is this a good time to demo the how the tremolo works?
I think that's a very good idea.
Yeah.
There it is. That's with the guitar all the way up, but with the amp nice and clean.
Right.
And that's really nice. what I did, I left the guitar up, came way down on the tone control. Right. You can really get kind of a passable.
Get kind of arch toppy on there, yeah. Sure.
Well, I always go back to Don Ho.
This amp will take you to Surf City, but it's also a great arch top amp too.
Man, that's really beautiful. And I think let's kill the tremolo for a sec. I don't know if the
Sure.
foot switch might have, but I mean, it seems like it'd probably be right in there for as close as I could get to that country. Can he make it? That's really cool. Let's see him. On my hard lick. Very cool.
Maybe with a little bit less reverb there, but
middle pickup. Really great.
You want to take a second to see what it'll do with the Les Paul?
Might as well.
All right. You know, people always say, you know, these are pretty small boxes for what you're trying to do. But, Jody, I think you can demonstrate right there with the Les Paul that this little pine box can get really punchy.
Yeah. Now that's very clean. You know, my choice, if I wanted to make it really honk, that would be, what we got right there would be a great thing for the studio if you needed that sort of beefy rhythm guitar, and then like later there'd be a guitar that had more stuff on it. But that is so fat.
That's huge.
And what it seems to do is it makes all the notes in the chord kind of get into this nice little stew, and it just becomes this nice one big thing rather than 6 different notes. Sounds really good. Now, how does it sound if we really kind of saturate?
Let's junk it up and see what we can do here. I'm gonna back off the master volume a little bit.
Yeah, because I think the neighbors, I heard some slamming, and the neighbors I think they have a metal pressing shop, and we're louder than them.
Well, they'll get over it. Here we go.
All right, Jack. very slash there.
It is. It
very
is.
cool sound.
And the architecture on this amp is just like your Super 17 Mark III, but just by virtue of the 6973 power tubes, you're trading EL84 jingle jangle for girth. It's a little bit more hi-fi, but there's a thickness, a wideness to this amp that the EL84 stuff doesn't have. That's just remarkable, and it's just a beautiful clean tone, chunky as it can be.
Yeah, it's really my great friend Spencer Kirkpatrick would play these. And that's such a huge sound, both of those notes, and they're kind of arguing with each other, but you can hear both of them.
Right.
That's really good.
Yeah, that's the vibe of this thing. Good note definition, even in a really weird fat chord, which you seem to know a lot of.
I'm weird and fat, and there's a lot of discord. Cool. I love it.